Imagine being able to 3D print an implant perfectly tailored to a patient's skull in just a few hours, or producing a 3D model of an organ to prepare for a complex surgery. That's what 3D printing makes possible in the medical field. But between innovation and regulation, bringing these devices to market is far from simple. Prosthetics, implants, surgical guides, anatomical models. Customization is becoming accessible, fast, even manufactured directly in hospitals. But this revolution raises a key question: who's responsible? And more importantly, what rules must be followed to commercialize a 3D printed medical device? In Europe, medical devices are regulated under a strict framework, MDR 2017-745. No matter the technology used, what matters is the medical purpose. In other words, a 3D printed implant must meet the same requirements as a traditional one. This includes device classification, clinical evaluation, CE marking, and strict post-market surveillance. The CE marking is a declaration by the manufacturer that the product meets EU health, safety, and environmental standards. Additive manufacturing gets no exemptions. It must prove its reliability, reproducibility, and safety. In some cases, hospitals print devices themselves. The MDR provides an exception: in-house manufacturing for custom-made devices used internally and meeting a specific medical need. But beware, this exception doesn't remove the need to document every step, nor the obligation to ensure product quality or to comply with essential safety requirements. If these conditions aren't met, the hospital is considered a manufacturer with all the legal responsibilities that implies. In the United States, the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, does not distinguish 3D printed devices from traditional ones. They're subject to the same standards. However, the FDA outlines 3 typical scenarios for hospital-based production. The hospital designs and prints the device itself. An external company provides a ready-to-use device. The hospital prints under the supervision of a third-party manufacturer that supplies the files and ensures compliance. In all cases, traceability, documentation, and quality are central. Before bringing a 3D printed device to market, rigorous testing is essential. This includes mechanical tests for load-bearing parts, biocompatibility tests for materials, cleanliness and wear resistance checks, among other. Specific ISO and ASTM standards guide these validation steps. So, who's responsible? If the device is made for a specific patient, the prescribing clinician is often involved. But if the device is used more broadly, then the manufacturer, whether a company or a hospital, takes on full legal responsibility. That's why a clear regulatory framework, solid procedures, and proper training are essential for everyone involved. Navigating regulatory requirements for 3D printed medical devices can be complex. But even though medical 3D printing holds incredible promise, it will only thrive within a rigorous and transparent framework. For healthcare professionals and manufacturers alike, the challenge is twofold: innovate, but with rigor, safety, and responsibility.